Right. Am I audible? Can you hear me? Okay. The last class we discussed about the angles, right? Did you solve some questions on it?
Yes, sir.
Any doubt? Today we'll be studying about trigonometric functions. Trigonometric functions. Okay. So trigonometric functions. What are trigonometric functions? So we know that we have functions like sin x, cos x, tan x, and the converse of it, that is cosec x, sec x, and cot x, right? So all these things are related to right angle triangle only. If we consider a right angle triangle, we name the points A, B, and C there, okay? And we take any angle theta, or here we are representing it as x. So this is the perpendicular side, this is the base side, and this is the hypotenuse side. Okay. So according to this, the sin x will be having the ratio of P by H, cos will be having the ratio of B by H, tan will be having the ratio of P by B. Cosec, just the reverse of it, H by P, H by B, and B by P. These are some trigonometric functions. We need to study in detail about this. All right. Now, one thing, we know some values. Sine, if we talk about some values, sine of theta, cos of theta, and then tan of theta. We are just taking consider of some values. Theta will be 0 degrees, 30 degrees, 45 degrees, 60 degrees, then 90 degrees. Okay. So sine 0, 1 by 2, 1 by root 2, root under 3 by 2, 1. And it will be 1, root under 3 by 2, 1 by root 2, 1 by 2, 0. And this will be just sine by cos. Tan will be just sine, this divided by this, 0. This divided by this, 1 by root 3. This divided by this, 1. This divided by this, it is root 3. And this divided by this is infinity, undefined. Tan of 90 degrees, undefined. All right. So let us study more about this. You just write this down, this page. Write it down. Write it down. Is it done? All right. So see here. Let's talk about some functions. Let us talk about some functions. The first function is sin x function. Okay? First function is sin x function. First of all, we know this. Yeah, I need out. You're not audible clearly. Can you please be allowed? Uh, I'm still not able to hear you. Do you want me to write bigger? Yeah.
We need 2 more minutes to copy down, sir.
Okay, okay. I asked you. Somebody said okay. Then that's why I changed the slide. All right. So as we know that we have a coordinate system, and let us mark the angles there. So it is 0 degree, then it is at 90 degrees, and I can write 90 degrees as pi by 2. Here it will be pi, here it will be 3 pi by 2, and this is again 0. So this is 2 pi, and that continues. Okay, this is first quadrant, this is second quadrant, this is third quadrant, and this is fourth quadrant. All right. All angles are positive here. Only sine and its converse are positive here. Only tan is positive here and its converse, and only cos is positive here and its converse. So it goes like this: all sine, tan, cos. Add sugar to coffee. Like this, you can remember. Add sugar to coffee. Okay, this is a kind of mnemonic so that you can remember this. All right. So all of the angles are positive. For example, if I can write a sine of angle 30 degrees, so 30 degree lies in the first quadrant, so that will be plus 1 by 2. If the same thing I write cos of angle 60 degrees, even this is in the first quadrant, it will be plus 1 by 2. But the same thing if I write cos of angle 135 degrees. 135 lies between pi by 2 and pi, 90 degrees and 180 degrees. So I'll tell you how to find the value, but that will be negative for sure. Whatever be the value, but that will be negative for sure. Okay. Next thing, we need to see some kind of conversions. We need to see some kind of conversions. So let us say that if we write sine of 180 minus theta, that will be sine of angle theta. Okay. The vertical axis is the change axis. Always remember, the vertical axis is the change axis. The horizontal axis is the no change axis. The vertical, I'll tell you how to like calculate theta, like cos or sine, the function of any angle. We can calculate through this method. Next, cos of angle theta, cos of angle 180 minus theta is minus of cos theta. How am I writing this? What is the way to write this? Sine of angle 90 plus theta is cos of theta. What is this? Okay. So this is what you have to see. Okay. From here we can calculate cos of 135 degrees. because you can just remember till 90 degrees, and after that we have to go through these conversions so that we can calculate the angle. For example, if you write cos of 135 degree, you will ask from me. So I'll say that it is cos of 90 plus 45 degrees. So it will be minus sine 45 degrees. So it will be minus 1 by root 2. That will be the answer of this particular value. Cos 135 is minus 1 by root 2. How do we calculate that? How I calculated that? That's how I'm going to teach you. See here. So what you have to remember in this coordinate system, the vertical axis is the change axis and the horizontal axis is the no change axis. Change means what? So sine will change into cos, and simultaneously cos will change into sine. This will go both ways. Tan will change into cot, and cot will change into tan. Cosec will change into sec, and sec will change into cosec. This goes this way. Okay, first thing. Next thing, you have to check whether which one is positive or negative. For example, I need to calculate cos of 135 degrees. I need to say, listen here carefully. I need to calculate cos of 135 degrees. How would I do that? How would I do that? So what will I do? I'll write this in terms of acute angle. So I can write this in two ways. I can write this in two ways. Cos of 90 plus 45 or cos of 180 minus 45. I can write this in two ways. And from both the cases, I can get the answer, correct answer. Both the cases are correct. You can go for anything. All right. Now see here. Cos of 90 plus 45. 90 is which axis? Vertical or horizontal? 90 is which axis? Vertical or horizontal? Ramdev? Vertical axis. So vertical axis is the change axis, where you have to change the cos function to sine function. So it will be now sine of this angle 45. Sine of this angle 45 and cos of that angle is same. Another thing, this is step one. Another step, what you have to check the sine. This was the value. Now you have to check the sine. How do we have to put the sine? So in the second quadrant, this 135 is in second quadrant. Second quadrant. In second quadrant, this function, the question function is positive or not? Tell me. Cos function is positive or not in the second quadrant? No, cos function is not positive. So I will write a sign negative here. I know the sign is positive, but I'm not considered with this sign. I am considered with the function that is related with the question. Cos of 135. This is what we are finding. So cos is negative. That's why negative sign will come here. We don't have to see what is coming after the conversion. That we don't have to consider. All right. So it will be minus 1 by root 2. Minus 1 by root 2. Let us calculate it from here. Now 180 degree. 180 degree is change axis or no change axis? Tell me. 180 degrees is change axis or no change axis? Huh? No change axis. So cos will remain cos. Cos will remain cos. Now tell me, this cos, is it positive in this particular quadrant or not? 180 minus 45, 135. 135 second quadrant. Second quadrant cos negative. So this will be negative sign here. And we'll just put a 45 degree angle theta. So minus cos of 45 is minus 1 by root 2. Same answer we'll get from both the cases. Understood or not? Understood or not? All right. So you have to represent any angle in terms of the axis angle, either be it pi by 2, 3 pi by 2, pi or 0 or 2 pi. Like that you can represent, and then you can convert it. By checking, first step is to you have to check whether it is on change axis or no change axis, and second you have to check whether that angle is negative or positive, and you'll get your answer. Of any value you can calculate, any value. Write it down, everyone. Is it done? Everyone, shall I change the slide?
Yes, sir.
All right. So I'll show you how to calculate sine of to take it off. Let us say that 1100 degrees. What is this value? Sine of 1100 degrees. Try to solve it. Any answers? How much? Sine 40, 30, 30. This is wrong. Or 1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute. No, I think this is correct. This is correct. This is correct. Good. So how to solve this? So we started from 0 degrees. We took a round. We come to 360 degrees. Give me 1 minute. Okay, so we took one curve, so it is 360 degrees here. So we still are not there. So we what we'll do, we'll divide it by 360. I think it will go by 3 times. So it is 20. So we have to take 3 turns. 3 turns and plus 20 degrees to come to 1100 degrees. Understood? So it is same as 20 degrees and all of the angles are positive. So I can write it like sine 360 plus 20. It is same as that 3 into 360 plus 20. So 360 is on the horizontal axis. Horizontal axis, no change. So sine will remain sine. This is in the first quadrant, positive, and it is 20 degrees. This is how we need to calculate. Understood? Can you calculate sine of 300 degrees? Do this. Yeah, one. Root 3 by 2. Minus root 3 by 2. Okay, I think that's correct. Let us see. So sine 300 degrees is where? 300 degrees is, this is 90, 180, 270 plus 30. Here it will come 30 degrees. This is 270 degrees axis and plus 30 will be, so it is in the fourth quadrant. So I can write it like sine 270 plus 30. 270 is a change axis. So change axis will be, sine will convert to cos. Another thing, sine is negative in fourth quadrant. So negative sign will be there. And this 30 will come. So it will be minus root 3 by 2. That's correct. Good. Understood, everyone?
Yes, sir.
All right. So let us see the graphs. Let us see the graphs. So sine has a sinusoidal curve which varies between plus 1 to minus 1. So sine theta varies between plus 1 to minus 1. Okay. Quite similar to this, the cos has this kind of curve. There's a difference is that it starts with the maximum value. So again, cos theta also varies between the same plus 1 and minus 1. All right. Third thing. This is the tan curve. Tan curve is undefined in 90 degrees. 90 degrees, tan is undefined. So it cannot meet this line. Okay. Again. So this is 270 degrees. 270 degrees. Okay, undefined. It goes this way. This is tan curve. All right. Then we have chord curve. Chord curve is just the reverse of it. It is something like this. One more thing. Chord is not defined. Chord undefined for 0 degree. Because see here. See here. Tan of 90 degree is infinity. So cot of 90 degree what? 1 by infinity, that is 0. Tan of 0 degree is 0. So cot of 0 will be what? 1 by 0, that is infinity. So cot is undefined at 0 degree. As tan is undefined at 90 degree, cot is undefined at 0 degree. 0 and 180 like that. This is 180 degrees, undefined. That is 3 degrees, 360 degrees. Like that it goes. Okay, this is chord curve. And this is your sec curve. Sec curve. Pi, this is pi. This is 0. Again, sec is undefined for 0 degrees. Why? Cos of 90 is 0. So sec of 90 will be infinity, 1 by 0, undefined. So at 90 degrees, it is undefined. All right. And just the same like this is cosec curve. Cosec curve. Sine of 0 is 0. So cosec of 0 is infinity, undefined at 0 degree. 0 degree means what? All of the axes related to 0. 0, then 360, then 720. It is undefined at that particular place. Understood, everyone? Did you understand it or not? All right. Now we have a different type of question. See here. If cos theta is minus 3 by 5, lies in the third quadrant, Find sine of angle theta. So what does this mean? We have a value cos theta is minus 3 by 5. I'll take the triangle first. I'll make the triangle. So 3 by 5, cos 3 by 5 means what? Base is 3, hypotenuse is 5. Forget the minus sign. That is with the like relative. So can we calculate this value? So by Pythagoras, this will come for 4. Okay. Now we have to find sine of theta. So sine of theta will be what? Is 4 by 5. But see, sine of theta is not always 4 by 5. It can be negative also at different values, different quadrants. And it has already said that it is in the third quadrant. The angle is lying in the third quadrant. In third quadrant, sine is also negative. So this will provide a negative sign here. Understood or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so try to solve this question. If cot of x is equals to minus 5 by 12 and x lies in second quadrant, calculate all other functions. Calculate all other functions. Do this. Yeah, did you get the answers? Tell me. Sin x is equals to 12 by 13. Correct. Next. Okay, next. Next. Sin x how much? Okay, tan x 12 by 5. That's correct. No, but the thing is that did you put the negative sign there? Cos x should be minus 5 by 13. Sec x should be minus 13 by 5 and tan x should be minus 12 by 5 because it is lying in the second quadrant. Only sine will be positive and cosec will be positive, right?
Yes, sir.
Good.
Tan x is minus 12 by 5, sir.
Okay, good. Calculate, do one more question. Calculate sine of minus 11 pi by 3. Try to solve this. Yeah. Tell me the value. Tell the value. Okay. Let us check it out then. So 11 pi by 3. 11 into 180 by 3. So it is 60. And I think 660 degrees. Okay. So let us check where 660 degrees are lying. So 11 into 6. Yeah, 66. Yeah, right. So 660 degrees, but what will it do? We'll divide 660 by 360. So it is 1 into 360, 0, 0, 3, 300. That means first we have to complete one revolution and then we have to go for 300. 300 is lying in the fourth quadrant here. 270 plus 30. So it is 30 degrees lying in the fourth quadrant. So sine of 30 degrees is 1 by 2. Sine of 30 degrees is 1 by 2. The negative sign. So minus 1 by 2. Got it? Acha, one more thing. If somebody says to you, what is sine of minus 30 degrees? So generally we take angle anti-clockwise to be positive. And if it is going clockwise, then it is negative. So sine of minus 30 degree means you have to go clockwise in 30 degrees direction. So you'll come to 360 minus theta. That will be negative. So sine of minus 30 degrees is just minus of sine 30 degrees. But cos of minus 30, you'll come to fourth quadrant and that is positive. So it is plus cos of 30. Plus cos of theta. Understood? So cos minus theta is plus cos theta, sine minus theta is minus sine theta. Always remember this. Got it? Calculate tan of 19 pi by 3. Do this. Any answers? One by two. All right, let us see it. So 19 into pi by 3 is 19 into 180 by 3. So this is 60. 6, 1, 6, 11. Is 1140. So let us divide it by 360. 1140 is 3, 1080, 0, 6, 0, 0. So it is 3 times rotation. And one more, and then plus 60 degrees. So it is in the first quadrant, 1 by root 3. No, it is root 3 only. It is tan of 60 degrees in the first quadrant. So positive, it is root 3 answer. Understood? All right. Do one more. Sine of 765 degrees. How much? 1 by root 2. Correct. It is just 2 revolutions. 720 degrees plus 45 degrees. 765 degrees in the first quadrant. Got it? So now let us understand. Let me see if I don't have any other questions. So I have a homework for you. You have to fill this table. I showed you the graph. I've showed you the graph of all the functions. First quadrant, second quadrant, third quadrant, and fourth quadrant. Okay. Sine, cos, tan, cosec, sec, cot. You have to tell in first quadrant whether sine is increasing or decreasing. How will you tell? So let us back to the graph. Let's get back to the graph. So in the first quadrant means what? First quadrant 0 to 90 degrees. So it is 0, it is 90, this is 180. So you can see here by increasing the value from 0 to 90, the sine value is increasing from 0 to 1. So in the first quadrant, please focus on here, the first benches. From increasing the value from 0 to 90 degrees, the sine value is increasing from 0 to 1. So in the first quadrant, the sine function is increasing. Increasing function means what? Increasing value, you get increasing results. So it is increasing function. Similarly, you have to find for second quadrant. Let us see for the second quadrant. So in the second quadrant, that is 90 degrees to 180 degrees. If you are increasing the value of sine is decreasing from 1 to 0. From 1 to 0, it is decreasing. So that is decreasing function in the second quadrant. Like that, you have to fill this table. Like that, you have to fill this table. Draw this table and do it as homework. Draw this table. In the next class, we'll be completing the trigonometry chapter also. So try to do all the questions that we have already discussed.
Okay, sir.
Okay, we'll be moving on to the next question. Okay, written. Shall we change the slide? Shall I change the slide? All right. See here, there are different identities, trigonometric functions, and there are different related formulas for solving of questions easily. Okay, that you can remember. The first is, let us say, if it is cos x plus y. So cos x plus y is nothing but cos x cos y minus sin x sin y. Okay, it is cos x minus y. Where these are used, I'll tell you. So it is cos x cos y plus sin x sin y. If it is sin x plus y, it is sin x cos y cos x sin y. If it is sin x minus y, it is sin x cos y minus cos x sin y. Let us do it till here for today. Now see here. See here. If I want to calculate the value of sine of 75 degrees, I don't know this. I don't know this. But can I write it as sine of 45 plus 30 degrees? And I put this in this particular formula to get the results. So according to this, it will be sine of 45 cos of 30 plus cos of 45 sine of 30. So if you do this 1 by root 2, 1 by 2, sorry, root 3 by 2 plus 1 by root 2 into 1 by 2. So it will be root 3 plus 1 by 2 root 2. This is the value of sine of 75. These are the use of this particular results. Okay. These are the uses of these particular results. One more thing. If I want to find sine of 2 theta. 2 theta means what? Sine of theta plus theta. Theta plus theta. So you can put it here. So it is sine of cos theta. Sorry, sine of theta, cos of theta plus cos of theta, sine of theta. Both the thetas are same. So it will be 2 sine theta cos theta. The sine of 2 theta is 2 sine theta cos theta. So these are some important results that you can remember. Write it down. Is it written? Shall I change the slide? Yes, sir. All right. Find this value. Cos of 15 degrees. Tell me. Root 3 plus 1 by 2 root 2 square. Okay, so it is cos of 45 minus 30 degrees. It is cos of 45 sine, cos of 45 into cos of 30 minus sine of 45 into sine of 30. So it is 1 by root 2, root 3 upon 2 minus 1 by root 2 into 1 by 2. It is root 3 minus 1 upon 2 root 2. So like this you have to do. Okay. Similarly, you find for tan of 15 degrees. . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . .
2 minus 2 3, sir.
Pardon?
2 minus 2 3.
Yeah. So it is tan of same thing 45 minus 30 degrees. So basically what I wanted, but how did you do this? You have to write it in this term. Sine of 45 minus 30 by cos of 45 minus 30. Because I had not told you that correct formula. For tan of x plus y, it is tan of x plus tan of y by 1 minus tan of x into tan of y. This is the formula for this, direct formula. Otherwise, you can do it like this. And similarly, tan of x minus y, it is tan of x minus tan of y by 1 plus tan of x into tan of y. So these are the formulas that you have to remember. Remember these formulas in the next class and come. Write down this, everyone. Written, everyone? So that was all for today. Solve more questions related to these things. We'll be coming next class and solve more questions, and we'll be completing this chapter. I hope you don't have any doubt related to this. Any doubts? Okay. So solve as many questions as you can.